in the early days of NERC SIP, there was this phrase in a lot of the requirements, where technically feasible. I saw something a little bit similar in there where there was a lot of to the extent possible. How are you dealing with that? Because I know in the early days of OT, we heard, oh, you can't do that, it'll break anything. So a lot of things were not technically feasible. How are you dealing with that kind of exception that makes sense, but it's hard to deal with?
Yeah, I mean, when we wrote that sentence down, we were unsure ourselves, let's be honest. We wanted to see what were the outcomes going to be, and then we may adjust it going forward. So we were not sure when we put it down. We wanted to provide some latitude for them to do it. If they can, they will do it. If they cannot, they'll tell us why. And then we'll see how we tweak the language we need to going forward. Yeah. So when we did it, we're not sure ourselves.
So does the auditor make that call, or does CSA make that call?
The auditor will make that call. So any auditor who audits the critical information infrastructure in Singapore needs to be pre-approved. There's a pre-approved process that the commissioner will say, yes, from a fit, proper competency standpoint, they get pre-approved, and they get to go out and do those audits. So it's not anyone.
Well, while we're talking about that, I noticed in the legislation too, like someone like me, if I went over to do a security assessment, would I need to be licensed to do a security assessment of critical infrastructure?
Security assessments, no. Under the legislation, we license two types of services: penetration testing, and those to provide security operations center. Specifically, these two, when we first started, why? Because we think they have very intimate knowledge of our critical information infrastructure, and we want to know who they are from a fit and proper standpoint. So we do background checks, criminal checks, where they're from, nationality, competency, and we give them license, I think, if memory serves me, for 3 years for a small fee at the individual level, at the organizational level. It's been quite popular. So our critical infrastructure owners, if they want pen testing, they go to this list, they pick one, they go to them, they know they've been cleared, only for these two. For risk assessments, you don't need a license. For audits, you need to be pre-approved.